This video explains how to apply the pronation pinpointer. It takes 3 minutes and there are 7 steps. Before you begin, you need a set of tools: a pinpointer, a pen, a ruler, and some wet napkins. Now you're ready to begin. Step 1. Have the customer rest his lower leg on a comfortable chair with his knee flexed. Step 2. Use one hand to grab and move the customer's foot. Then use your thumb and index finger on your other hand to find the point where the Achilles tendon connects to the upper end of the heel bone. Mark this point with a horizontal line using a pen. This line marks the upper end of the heel bone. Then you pinch the Achilles tendon with your thumb and index finger and slide the 2 fingers downwards until they reach the upper end of the customer's heel bone. While maintaining your thumb and finger in this position, mark a vertical center line in the gap between your fingers. The vertical and horizontal lines now form a cross, which marks the pivot center of the heel motion related to the lower leg. Step 3. Continue to slide your fingers downwards until you reach the lower end of the heel bone. Use your other hand to mark a line in the gap between your fingers. Now you've marked the lower center point of the heel bone. Step 4. Connect the lower center point to the cross on the pivot center using a pen and ruler. This marks the center line of the heel bone. Step 5. Now we move on to create the center line of the lower leg. To do so, you move your index finger up the Achilles tendon until you reach the center cavity of the calf muscle. Firstly, with one hand, you press the customer's forefoot upwards while the customer counterpresses. As the customer counterpresses, his forefoot hard against your hand, use your index finger to locate the center cavity of the calf muscle. Mark the center cavity point with a pen. Step 6. Ask the customer to relax his foot and leg. Then connect the cross on the pivot center with the mark on the center cavity of the calf muscle, also using a pen and ruler. Step 7. Release the pinpointer from the sheet. Position the pinpointer on top of the cross marked on the pivot center of the heel bone. Match the red lines on the pinpointer with the pivot center cross. Press on the pinpointer and make sure it sticks to the skin. Move the customer's foot to check that the pinpointer is attached correctly. Now repeat the same steps 1 to 7 on the other leg. After safely and correctly applying the pinpointer on both feet, you are ready to perform your foot analysis.